Hello and welcome to another episode of Xeno Films, where today I show you how to replace the inner and outer tie rods on your 2004 Audi A8. So this here is what an inner and outer tie rod is. These go onto the steering rack. This is what they do your alignment with. This piece from here is called the inner tie rod. From here to here is called the outer. On my car, the driver's side mainly is the inner side. That's bad. It'll clunk when you turn the steering wheel. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to replace both. Might as well. And I'm going to do both sides. Here's the car in question. Sorry about the lighting. I'll do a little bit of a better video for it after we're done. But this is my driver's side. This is the side that for me is going bad. It's clunking. And here's an example of the sound that I'm getting. Definitely bad. So before you do any kind of lifting of a car, I always recommend a wheel chock. You put this on the passenger side. What you have to do before jacking up a car is you go to car, and you click on setup, takes you here. Then you want to go to vehicle jack mode and turn that on. So on most cars these days, and like mine, there's this cover that you have to take off. So before you jack up the car, you have to take this off so you can get to the bolt and loosen them up. So you use a little pick tool, stick it in there, pull towards you. There you go. Easy as that. What you want to do is jack up the car. Let's do this. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think the four angels just walked by. So the tie rod is that right there. Starts here, goes through here. That's that center point that I was showing you guys, and then through the boot and down to the steering rack. First thing you got to do is pull this nut and bolt out, and then expand this section to pop it down. Let's do this. There goes a sight from my soul. The thing to do so you don't lose stuff is just take it, screw it onto itself, and put it aside. After that bolt is removed, there is another one up here. That is a 13 mil. Take this one out as well. There are plenty of tools that professionally can move tie rods, or remove, I should say, this part out of here easily. You get the biggest flathead screwdriver you have, kind of spread this apart just a hair. Be careful. Everything's aluminum around here. Spread it apart just enough to get a little looser, and then there you go. After you've done that, it helps to turn the steering wheel, I didn't do it on video, but to the right, since you're doing the driver's side, because you want this tie rod out to come all the way out towards you. If you look back there, there is one of those metal zip tie deals. Stick a flathead in there and kind of twist it. So you just take that off. Next thing you got to do to remove this side of the boot is to get this clamp off, which luckily this one can be reused. So pop this open, and then I'm going to have to do it off video, but you got to use two hands to push that boot back while this is open. There goes a sight from my soul. So after that boot is pulled back, you take its clamp, and you can open it enough to just let it go back here to where it falls. Then you take your boot, you can finagle it to get it all the way down here. Definitely helps to use two hands here, so you hold one here, and then you can kind of slide it back and forth until I get it over that bolt. and just pull the boot back. As you can see right there, there's the other end. So now this here, it's like a huge nut. Like so. So that's what that is. So we have to get this off now. To get that huge nut off, I had to use one of these big adjustable wrenches or whatever it is. Mine worked by fitting it through here, getting it on there, adjusting it, and then with both hands grab the bottom and just as hard as you can, and it came off. Like so.
Aside from my soul.
And there it is. Alright, now we gotta move the boot over and put the new one back on. So to get the boot off, obviously it's not gonna go that way because this is smaller than that. So what I had to do on mine, pain in the butt, but so I adjusted this wrench, put it to where it's pressing on the floor. Took that same big adjustable one, put it on here, and just went for it. So then that got it to the point where I can, with a wrench, remove this. As you can see right there. Just like that. Get the boot off. There you go. So now, take the new one, take it apart. Take this. Don't forget this. Put it on there. Get the boot on. So there you go, I put the nut on the old one, I moved from here to the edge of that rust spot where it was when I took it off. I aligned the new one to that same length. So now I just got to put it back on. So to get it back on, you're going to want to move the boot back down so you have access to that. Then you take it, making this, put it in there, and then tighten it on. You can get it on there. You hand tighten it as far as you can. So after you get it tightened, I use the same big adjustable wrench tool that I had to get it off, to get it back on. And then a lot of people just put zip ties where that one-time use metal clamp thing was. So I'll put that over there, put a zip tie on it. Some kits for most cars actually sell it with a zip tie. So that's what I'll be doing. If it ever fails and falls off, I mean, then I'll get one of those metal clamps. But for now, I'm just going to put a zip tie on the end of that, clamp this side down, redo these measurements one more time by looking at the other one, and then you can even use a tool to measure. And then put it back in here, and this side's pretty much done. So there you go, there's the zip tie right there. It's all tied, and cut off the excess. So now I'm going to place the clip. So there it is, all set right as it should, right there. You want to put it to that edge right there where this bolt comes to. So now again, like I said before, I'm going to measure this again from the old one to the new one. get it all set, and then we'll move on to the next step, installing that into here. So now that I got that all measured, set, and tightened, just kind of sort of tightened, just so because I need to put it in here first so I can tighten it all the way. Okay, so when you're ready to put this in here, on this specific car, there's a notch right here, which protects it from when the bolt goes in here. Make sure that's facing this way. Get it in there as good as you can. So to help you get it in there, because it's pretty tight, it's new, and anyways, it's new, so I put this here, and then I took a hammer and I hammered it from underneath. I wouldn't want to hammer on this. That just can ruin things, so use a piece of wood if you need to. Put it right there, and then just hammer onto it, and it'll get it on there. So now you take this bolt, just hand tighten it. Kind of tight in there. And obviously tighten this one first because you want to pull it up. But when you tighten this one, it's in the needed location. Yep. So now you take this bolt and see how this is cut out into a square piece. So it goes like this, but through the inside. You might have to play with this with one hand and then wiggle this around to get that notch to sit right for this to come through. After you get that, put this bolt back on, or this, put the nut back on. And then you can push it back there. It won't move because of that that cutout. It holds it on the edge. But you have to pull it forward. Otherwise it'll keep sliding back. So after you get all these tightened down, that's now when you can tighten this. The alignment guys will mess around with these anyways, but you have to tighten this to be able to drive it and not having it go loose. I don't have the right tool for that, this size. I'm going to do it like this. That's already tight. So there you go. So now it's done. And that is how you change the inner and the outer tie rod on a 2004 Audi A8. So to confirm that that was my issue, no more noise. That was a success.
Aside from my soul,
so there you have it. That is how you replace the inner and outer tie rods on an Audi A8. I believe 2004 through 2010 are the same. Don't quote me on that. Mine was a 2004. Anything you do it at your own risk. If you get hurt or break anything, that is on you. This was my way of doing it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to have a lot more out for you guys. If you did like it, if it helped you in any way, go ahead and consider subscribing. Definitely give me a thumbs up. Comment if anything else you want to say. If you have any other questions, do let me know. I appreciate your time, and have a great day.
there goes a sight from my soul.